No time for the doubt, they counting me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse, mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running, toes they gon' take them. Used to lose, built to win, apply myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counting me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win, apply myself, I felt it in.
Welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports. My name is Joe Jordan. Excited about today's episode. It's been a few days since you've been on the show. Hope everybody had a happy Mother's Day. You know, spend time with their mothers and mother-like figures in their life. But before we get started the show, it's only right that I, shout out my two bros. Happy to be on with y'all. Miami is in the Eastern Conference Finals. Me and Tomo are still on vacation. But Tomo, Dave, what's good, y'all?
Boom, 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 boom. You hear the drums in the background, man. We still turning up out here. You know, party don't stop till the NFL all season. So I'm feeling good. So how you feeling, Dave?
I'm feeling great. It's Money Making Mondays, so you already know what it is. Before I start, you gotta turn me up. Turn me up. Up. Hey, all I gotta say is we got a lot of topics to talk about today. Just listen in and see what we gotta say.
Get it. All right, let's go. So look, if you're watching right now on YouTube, like that video, share it with somebody. Also subscribe if you haven't subscribed. If you're watching this on Facebook, like that video, follow the Facebook page, and share with somebody so they can come on and watch with you. If you're watching this on Twitter, like it, retweet it, share it, right? Put a quote on it. Do what you got to do, right? And follow the Twitter page if you haven't done it yet. So look, use that comment section. We can see all the comments y'all will be putting out throughout the show. Shout out to my man Jerry. There you go. All right. Shout out to Tay on right now too. Shout out to Tyrone. Use that comment section. We're gonna put them on the screen. We need y'all for the comments that fuels the show. And Tomo from IG chats, man, been rolling all day, every day. Talk about those IG chats we have going on.
Man, a long time ago. I know for the new listeners, they probably haven't heard it, but man, we literally chat it up. The IG chat's been jumping, man. This literally is a community, but I'm gonna read it off like a Tylenol commercial. If you want to join these IG chats, they're on Instagram again at Refuse to Lose. Refuse the number 2 Lose Sports. Again, it's an Instagram account, not Discord. Maybe soon, but right now it's all on Instagram. And the chats that we offer: NBA/WNBA. We have the NFL chat. We have the MLB chat. College football, college basketball, both men's and women's, and we have a boxing chat. And who would have thought that, when the sports comes around, you got NBA playoffs and you got the NFL offseason. Then you got the MLB season that kicks up. Then you got the college football season. The programs are doing their thing. It's so much going on in each chat. It's literally like a club. We could say Refuse to Lose chats are like a club. You can get whatever you want on any level. Just catch the elevator, drop your name in one of these chats. Drop your name in one of the comment sections, either on Facebook or YouTube, or if you're already on Instagram, hit us up in the DMs. Again, that's Refuse to Lose Sports on Instagram, and say, hey, man, I want to get in the club. And the VIP level is the Refuse to Lose chat, but I can't tell you too much about that because you got to be in one of these chats, participate, then you can actually come on the show. Then you get to the VIP level. The Penthouse Talk is only for the people that come on the show. We appreciate everyone that's in the chats now, but the family keeps growing. Joe?
Let's get it, y'all. And also, stay tuned, all right? Another episode of BWT will be dropping either tonight or tomorrow morning, all right? We already got some episodes in the system right now, basically on YouTube and Facebook. So make sure y'all check those things out. Shout out to Teddy for running the baseball show. And last but not least, enjoy the rest of the show. First thing we got to talk about, Ja Morant. Ja Morant caught again flashing a gun. flashing the pistol. IG Live, not his IG Live, but he's with a friend, and he flashed the pistol again doing an IG Live chat. All right. So we're going, and then he ended up being suspended from all activities, and they are actually looking to suspend him long term. All right. No word has gotten out yet what's going to happen. So, Tom, I'm gonna let you start this one off. All right. What was your reaction when you saw what happened with Ja Morant?
For the folks out there, I know, man, some people say it's a good movie, some say it's a bad movie. But if you ever seen the movie Belly, there was a scene where DMX was riding with Nas, and Nas was trying to kick Knowledge, and DMX was like, "Here we go again." And that's what we gotta say right here, man. Here we go again. Even on Ja friend, if you look at the video, right, it looked like his friend was like, "Hey man, what you doing?" Like he hurried up and just put the phone down. Honestly, if I'm one of Ja friends, I'm never pulling my phone out around him again. Like I don't even want to pull my phone out no more, bro. You just known to crash out. You did all this on ESPN. You had the good run, and then you come right back and do the same thing. So I sat back. I said, "What am I going to say to Ja?" There's nothing you can actually say to Ja right now. He just has to learn the hard way. He's one of those kids, you know, where you just like you can just keep trying to feed, you keep watering this plant. It can grow if it wants to, but sometimes it's like I don't want no sunlight. I just want to be. So he just want to be But one person that's really is Dylan Brooks. Because he like Memphis. Y'all got rid of me when I was actually on the court just being a player. Meanwhile, your star is just this is the face of the franchise. Like, why I gotta go? But hey, you live and you learn. Ja, hopefully somebody really pull you to the side and say something to you. Or maybe you just had that moment where you sitting alone in the room and staring at the wall, and in the back of your mind, your conscience call and tell you, wake up, wake up. Dave, what you got?
Man, look, I honestly am tired of seeing something like this when it comes to Ja Morant, man. What more does he need to learn? You already got suspended by the team for what you did earlier for having the gun in on the road in Denver in the nightclub. Now you in the car with your friend, and you just out of nowhere randomly pull a gun out and now you're flashing it. Like, okay, we get it. Gun laws in Memphis, you are allowed to have one in there. But it's one thing about owning it and one thing about branding and flashing it. This is why everything he did before then, the interview with Jalen Rose, everything before that was a facade. Because clearly he's still about that life. He's still about wanting to be about that life. I don't know for sure if he's really about that life or not because I don't know him personally. So what he does outside of basketball, I don't know. I don't know him personally. So, but his father came out and said that this is not how I raised you. This is not what we want you to be. So I don't know why he's doing this because this. Whenever he was around these people, it was solely on the basketball court. But other than that, he was not. So I don't know exactly why he's doing this. If your own father is saying that, then clearly what you are doing is not necessarily what you're about. That's according to your father. He knows you better than anybody else. I really got no words for Ja Morant. All I gotta say is Ja Morant, you're done, son. That's it. That's what I can say. You're done, son, and you in the doghouse. Well, you already in there, but you definitely ain't coming out now because some of the decisions you make are just stupid. It's stupid. At this point, you don't care about your life. At this point, you don't care. Having a gun is one thing. I get it. You want to protect yourself from whatever happens. You're a celebrity. I get that. But you're showing it on IG Live for what? There's no positive reason for you to be doing that at all. Right. You're not teaching a gun class. You're not an instructor. So there's no point in you doing that. And instructors don't even do that. So, Joe, I'm gonna let you go ahead. I'm done with y'all. I'm done.
Hey, look, Javon said a comment right here, and I never understood it either. I don't understand why people gotta flash a gun like you want somebody to try you. Like, I never understood that. I think I was immature to flash a gun in the camera. You know, it's like nowadays you flashing a gun ain't scaring me. Like it's not scary. If that's your goal to scare somebody to flash a gun in the camera, then I don't think nobody's scared of you flashing a gun. And number two, why are you flashing a gun when you are a multi-millionaire who Jalen Rose, I'm pretty sure, had a pep talk with you before the interview, and he did that interview for you because you are a young black individual that's getting targeted because of the news that's going on. And Jalen Rose is like, I'm gonna do this interview for him. Forget this interviewer, forget that interviewer, let me do it. I'm pretty sure Jalen Rose was saying that. Sat down with you, believing that you're gonna do what you said you're gonna do. That you brought mental illness to the situation. Remember that. You brought mental illness to the situation. And then you lose in the first round of the playoffs, and then you in the car, and your friend even knew you were wrong. He's not even in the NBA. Like, normally it's your friends wilding, you gotta tell them to chill, but this time it's you wilding, and your friend is telling you to chill. So, but let me ask y'all a question. Were y'all surprised when y'all saw the video?
No, honestly,
I
no.
wasn't. I was not surprised. That's why I said I'm done.
It's like I wasn't surprised. I was like, I wasn't surprised, but at the same time, I was disappointed.
I was. I agree with you on that. I definitely was.
Now that's what I was very disappointed. Like I said, I don't know him personally, but as a black man, as a father, because he has a little girl, he has a child, and now you're doing something that takes away your income as a father to be able to provide for your family. So, John Morant, I'm done.
We gotta read this comment because I don't want to make it seem like I was laughing what you were saying, Dave. Nah, I gotta read the comment because people that the perception of that would be bad. Kevin put on it. He said in my Stephen A voice, "I never seen a $200 million glick."
Pause.
Shorty burnt.
Pause.
Pause, Kev. Come on, man. You gotta be careful with your comment, my guy. You gotta be careful with your comment.
No, I had to read that because the optics. Somebody would have been like, "Why they start smiling when he said he has
I
a
know
daughter?"
It was bad timing.
Yeah,
but yeah, like that's very immature, John Morant. He's definitely gonna lose his endorsements from Powerade that he just signed to be the face of Powerade. I'm pretty sure Nike's gonna probably drop him, and we can't get mad at him because we can't get mad at these endorsements because because people flash guns all the time, but when you get a warning and you do it again, it's kind of like you can't feel sorry for the kid no more, So hopefully he learned his lesson because sometimes you gotta bump your head literally, because sometimes it takes a guy who's no diss to anybody who's going through this, but a guy who's eating unhealthy and you tell him stop eating unhealthy, then you have a heart attack and then he stops eating unhealthy. Sometimes something drastic gotta happen to you for you to make a drastic decision to change your life. So maybe he needs endorsement snatched from him so he can actually make better decisions in his life. So I'm disappointed though.
And that's the light version of what actually could happen to him. So yeah,
the light version. If that is, at the end of the day, he's still rich, right?
Or it could be worse. The gun could have went off.
Can we check out this title Tomo put? Never broke again. I like that.
And you want to be NBA, right?
All right, man. So look, our next topic, we have a firing, man. Another coach is gone. Budenholzer was first. Another coach that went to the NBA Finals against that same coach. Think about it. 2 coaches in the 2021 NBA Finals, both of them fired in the same playoffs.
Yeah,
Crazy.
done, son.
So, Dave, all right, you picked Phoenix to win that series. You actually picked Phoenix to get out the West, all right? And their coach got fired.
I did.
So, matter of fact, I think you picked Milwaukee to come out the East. Didn't you? So whoever Dave picked, beware, all right?
Now, whoever the underdog, you got to ride with Dave when he got an underdog.
I know.
Miami winning like
exactly. Whoever the underdog, ride with Dave. If they the favorite, don't ride with Dave, bro. I'm just playing. All right, Dave, talk to us, man. What was your reaction? Matter of fact, was that a good move for the Suns to fire Monty Williams?
I thought about this a lot because I was shocked when I saw it happen. I wasn't expecting because you didn't really hear any rumblings about it. You didn't hear nothing in the regular season that he was in the hot seat and nothing like that. So I was shocked about it. But I thought about what happened 2 years ago in the finals when he had the questionable defense of not putting the box in one and making sure that you don't allow Giannis to get in the paint. That was questionable because you allowed this man to put a 50 on you.
Bruh.
And the all right, man, these comments are they go crazy in the comments right now. It go crazy. I'll address these comments at a later time. But you allow Giannis to put a 50 on you in the game 6 closeout game, and he made what 17 free throws in that game or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
He was like 17 to 18 from the free throw line in game 6. Then last year, game 7 at home against the Mavericks, you allow Luka Doncic to outscore your team in the first half. Not outscore Devin Booker, not outscore Chris Paul. He outscored your team in the first half, and you lose at home. Then this year, you pretty much do the same thing again. Only thing is, it wasn't game 7. It was game 6 at home against the Joker, and you're down by 30 in the first half, and you lose the game in blowout fashion. Now, I understand DeAndre Ayton didn't play. He's soft anyway, so I don't believe in him anyway. Then Chris Paul was hurt.
Bruh.
And then you had KD, who only played 8 games in the regular season, so you didn't really have much with him. So I get that. But as a coach, I feel like what Joe said, you were unprepared for certain situations. So in the midst of that, and if Coach Bud, who's a NBA Finals champion, and Nick Nurse, who's the Finals champion, if they can get fired, then you're not exempt. The only thing I want to know now is what's going to happen to Doc Rivers. That's all I want to know, because we'll talk about him when that topic comes up. But if these 3 are getting fired, there's no reason why Doc Rivers should still have a job.
What?
That's just me. But I think it was the right move. I first thought it wasn't, but I feel like it was. I mean, it's 3 instances where you messed up. 3 instances. And you gotta be able to execute. In this day and age, it's what have you done for me lately? And what you've done for me lately is not good. You had that one great postseason where you got to the finals, but you messed up when you got there. So you're on mute, Joe.
All right. First of all, I like Monty Williams. You know why? Your hometown kid from PG County. Went to Potomac Mills. Went to Potomac Potomac High School. All right, with the little courts that you could dunk on there. You probably could dunk on those over there. But so look, he won 62% of his games with the Suns. All right. I mean, he kind of changed the whole Phoenix Suns culture, right? They were terrible until he got there. They went 8-0 in the bubble, still didn't make the playoffs. That's how bad they were. So, but I'm not mad at the move. I disagree with Carl in the comments. Carl said, I disagree. I think this is a clear scapegoat situation. You got to think about the situation. You got new ownership who did not pick him as a coach. Whenever you got new ownership, everybody's job is on jeopardy. Everybody. Because he don't have his guy. Whenever you got a new GM, he always going to get his guy. You're not his guy. He, like Monty did. He went and got KD, but he didn't go get Monty Williams. So we know KD's safe, right? So you got to look at the ownership situation. Last year, they were the number 1 seed in the West, like David said, and got destroyed in Game 7. But that's not the whole story. They were up 3-2. They were up 3-2 on the same team, and they won every home game and then dropped the last home game in the series. Same thing with this one. They won every home game and dropped the last home game in the series when they closed that game. So his last 2 closeout games look terrible. And I still remember when Monty Williams, the coach, the owner part, remember this too. They were up 3-2 on the San Antonio Spurs with the Pelicans or New Orleans Hornets with Chris Paul, and they lost that series also, by the way, and lost the Game 7 at home. So that's probably what the owner is looking at. And Devin Booker got to take some blame for this too, obviously. But Devin Booker's a young player. Devin Booker had an awesome series, awesome season for real. I know he was hurt and everything. And you can't get rid of Devin Booker, all right? Him and KD is going to be dangerous in the future. So something has to change. You can't go into the next season with the same situation, all right? So I'm okay with the move. So, Tomo, what you think?
Man, Monty, Nick Nurse, probably Doc Rivers. But all these names, all these coaches that got fired that went to the playoffs. Wizards still got West, but it's not about the Wizards right now. It's funny that Bud only championship was against the Suns. So do you think when you look at it like that, did he catch a lucky break because he went up against Monty? Some would say yes, some would say the Bucks were just ready to play in that one. Joe, you're correct in that stance too. New ownership means, hey, I want to bring my guys in. Joe started to refuse to lose. He like, who do I want to hire? My friends. I'm not going to hire some people I really don't know. I want to work with people I know, and that's just what's going to happen. I'm surprised they didn't say, hey, Monty, you and CP3, since y'all got this great relationship, both of y'all, you're done, son. But we'll see what happens there. Also, the playoffs situation had a lot to do with it. You both of your closeout games, you lose by 30 2 years in a row. It's kind of like Groundhog's Day with that situation. But there's another Groundhog's Day situation that we're really not addressing. It's DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah.
As a coach, this player has an emotional situation going on where he really didn't want to be with the franchise, but they still gave him the money. So it's like he really was 1 foot in, 1 foot out. So it's kind of on the coach to be like, hey, I know your situation, but let's ring it in for the greater good of the team. And maybe in the offseason, we'll probably find you a place to go. That situation never got resolved either. So people probably were looking at that. We got to look at that too. Was it the right move? I mean, you got to say yes. Because if you look at the Ayton situation, the fact that you lost twice with the same results, 30 points, blowout fashion, regardless of what you did. Also, Monty waited till like CP3 got hurt to actually start using his bench more. That's another coaching indictment there. So, Carl, make sure you remember that when you say you disagree. Like he was the one that should have been doing the 8-man rotation. Remember the debate? He should have been doing that. Maybe he was listening. Well, he wasn't listening to me. I would have said 12. But yeah, new ownership, new coach. Katie's there for the long run. You seen what him and Book got. Probably build something around that. And hey, who knows? Lillard may be on his way.
And to say, and another thing to say that we're not holding players accountable. Remember, Devin Booker's in the doghouse, so I held him accountable for what he did. So he's been held accountable. But like J-Mo said, you can replace the coach, you can't replace the player.
Exactly.
Exactly. Like you have championship aspirations. You just want to got KD. You're not gonna go trade Devin Booker, and you just got KD. Like that ain't gonna make sense because then KD's gonna be like, well, there's no point in me being here anymore. He's gonna go look for another team to go to. So
when a team gets blown out in consecutive closeout games, the coach doesn't have the players prepared. All right, I'm sorry. It's just how it is. You got to put that on the coach. All right, we're gonna get to the next topic, and we're gonna talk about the coach a lot. I'm pretty sure, but you can't replace Devin Booker because the coaches you can just fire them. You can find a new coach. But at the end of the day, players win championships, not the coaches. Players are more valuable at the end of the day. Somebody got to go. You can't come back with the same situation as a new owner. I'm okay with it. So let's go. All right, let's get our guest on. Fila Nation, Philly Nation. J-Mo, what's good with you, homie?
What's up, fellas?
What's up, man?
What's going on, my guy?
Yeah,
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Hey, Joe, whatever you got to ask, don't ask me, ask them.
It's not all on us. It's not all on us. We're coming back next year. We're going to be better.
But Harden said they okay, right? They okay. They good with each other, All right, J-Mo. Y'all had a 3-2 lead on the Boston Celtics with a team that I was like, they're the best team in the league. Y'all had them 3-2. Game 6 at home, dropped it. Game 7 in Boston, blowout fashion. Tatum dropped 51, most points scored in Game 7. J-Mo, what happened? Talk to us.
Okay, so first I want to apologize to my people in the chats. I know it might have seemed like I disappeared after we lost, but I've been feeling a little under the weather. I've been feeling a little under the weather, so I haven't been active on my phone at all. But I wasn't gonna come on the show today, but I didn't want it to look like I'm ducking smoke. I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I'm still 10 toes down. I ain't going nowhere. So this is what I'm gonna say, man. This wouldn't be as bad as it ended up being if we didn't go up 3-2. Like we were up 3-2. Not only were we up 3-2, we went back home up 3-2. And I'm not gonna lie, when we was up 3-2, I thought it was over. Like I was like, we're gonna win this game. We're not gonna blow them out, but we're gonna control the game and we're gonna win, without a doubt. They're not gonna beat us at home, and we got all this momentum. But is as good or bad as Embiid played, the person that holds this the most is James Harden, man. Easy for me, easy. I like how he won the first. This is what I thought. I'm like, okay, he won. As bad as he played Game 7, he did win us a game, like almost like literally by himself, pretty much. No, I wouldn't say he won Game 2, but the other game by himself. He had 40, hit the game winner, but he hit the game winner because Embiid got double and Embiid had 35 himself. So, you know what I mean? I get what you're saying, but I'm not about to say he won Game 2. He won us a game, and that's all he had to do was win us a game. Embiid is the MVP. Embiid the one that got to win us the 2 games. So, but I talked to Javon. Shout out to Javon for this one. Javon told me that's true, but Embiid didn't lose y'all no games. Harden has lost y'all games. And I feel like, Harden controls so much of our offense that when he's playing bad, it sucks the life out of our team. Like he has the ball in his hands all the time, so it's not like it's somebody over here in the corner that's playing bad and we can still be good over here. No, he controls the game. So when he's bad, the whole team looks bad. He has no sense of urgency. My man literally out there balling like he doesn't care about the outcome. Like I really don't get it. I don't get it, bro. And I'm so sick and tired of Doc Rivers' offense. To be honest with you, it's just Embiid and Harden all day, every day. Maxey just sits in the corner. Sometimes Maxey get the rebound and he trying to push with Harden coming back. Man, we got to be like Brogdon get the rebound, somebody get the rebound, they pushing it. James Harden come back and get the ball every single time. Slows, it's like if anybody gonna get an assist, it's me. Like if you see somebody open, give me the ball, then I'm gonna pass it to him. Like the game is just slowed down. Embiid catches the ball, he do the same thing without dribbling. And then by the time we setting up our offense, it's 10 seconds left on the shot clock. And then another thing, Doc Rivers, if you watch the first 6 games of this series, the 3 games that Harden played good, we won. The three games that Harden played bad, not even like not play great. He could just have a decent game. No, he played bad. The 3 games he played bad, we lost. So halfway through the game, you see him playing bad. Okay, let me take the ball out of his hands. Let me give Maxey the ball. Let me let Maxey run a pick and roll with Embiid. Maybe Harden can get a catch and shoot 3 to get him going. You don't know what can happen, but switch it up. Like me personally, I know we live and die with our best players, but the way Harden's history is set up, I'm not prepared to die with him. I'm not prepared to die with his antics. I'm not prepared to die with his non-effort. Like he's not giving any effort in the game. All right, another thing I want to get at, I want to show some love to Jason Tatum. Now, there were some points in the series where Embiid gets switched on Tatum, and he played great defense. There were some times where, Tatum did good moves, he just didn't finish, but there was a lot of times Embiid would play great defense. He's right there with him. But, man, Tatum, man, he did what he's supposed to do. He get the pick and roll, y'all switching Embiid on me, barbecue chicken.
Yeah.
Barbecue chicken, he did what he was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? And that game, he showed his potential. He has the potential to be the best in the world. 2-way player, 3-level scorer, can score from anywhere on the floor. He's learning how to take advantage of his size. Bigger player like Embiid on him, take advantage of his quickness. Like he went off, and I think he had one of the best NBA quotes I ever heard in my life. After he went 1 for 15 and then scored 16 points in the third quarter, he said, in the fourth quarter, he said, "I am humbly one of the best basketball players in the world. I'm gonna have ups and downs as long as my teammates got my back." Like I don't know exactly what he said, but that was one of the greatest NBA quotes I ever heard in my life. But yeah, shouts out to Boston. They did their thing. Joe Mazzulla found something with that Robert Williams, Al Horford lineup. He let Al Horford crowd Embiid, and once Embiid does make his move, here come Robert Williams. And man, Doc, I just figured we would switch the offense up a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, and I think I said on one of these shows, whenever Harden is in his bag and doing his thing, Tobias is a no-show because he doesn't fit the offense when Harden is doing his thing. But when Harden is bad, Tobias can do his thing. Tobias had 19 points game 7. I wonder why he had 19. Because Harden sucks. Because Harden is terrible, man. Like, I don't even care what trade. He can walk for all I care. I'm going to be honest with you. With Embiid healthy all from beginning of the series to the end, we can do what we just did without Harden. I think we can do what we just did without Harden if Embiid is healthy from start to finish. So I said all that to say Doc is gone. Not Tobias, excuse me. I'm going to mention Tobias last. Harden is gone.
You're done, son.
Doc and Harden are gone. Hold up. One more time, Tomo. Doc and James Harden?
You're done, son.
Get him out of here. Get him out of here. What's our GM name? Sam Hinkie? Is that our GM? Whatever his name, man.
No, Hinkie gone. You got Elton Brand.
Elton Brand? I ain't heard his name in a while. I didn't think we still had him. Man.
Sam Hinkie the one that started the process and they got rid of that dude.
Speaking of
Daryl Morey.
Daryl Morey, that's right. Joe, speaking of the process, Joe.
Elton Brand's still there though. But
bro, how many picks out of the process have we even gotten correct? Embiid might be the only one.
But Markelle Fultz balling now.
Well, what's wrong with that?
We didn't get that correct because Tatum was in that draft.
Oh,
that's true.
We passed on him. And then another thing, Tomo, we ain't just passed on him. It might be one of the worst trades. It might be one of the worst draft trades in NBA history, considering how it went down. Like, we were third. Tatum was projected to go third. We traded from 3 to 1 to get Fultz.
Yeah.
And Tatum ended up putting us out. Like, come on, man. We got Wes Unseld. Man.
I'm just saying, hey, shout out to Jerry, man. Yeah.
Hey, look, this is the last thing I want to say, though. This is the last thing I want to say. I want to touch on this. I got all the love in the world for Jason Tatum, and I'm rooting for him. But it's very hard for me to put him as a tier 1 superstar, even after that series, because out of all the players that are tier 1 superstars, he's the only one that can go 1 for 15 for 3 quarters and his team will still be in the game. If Jokic is 1 for 15, they're getting dogged. If Embiid 1 for 15, we lose by 30. Any other tier 1 players, if they 1 for 15, their team is not sniffing a win. So, there's been a lot of times where Tatum is underperforming and he's still in the game and he can probably close it out for his team because his team is so good. So it's really hard to compare him to these other tier 1 superstars. He's not carrying like they are. He can get there. I'm not saying it's his fault because they got a good team, but it's just a situation he in. It's hard for me to, put him up there. But yeah, man, I said all that to say if they come back next year with the same roster, I have no expectations. Don't expect me to come on here sounding confident for us to go all the way. No, Dave, for real, bro. Like y'all have had history that you can believe in. What I got to believe in?
Oh, you sound like me, man.
They haven't done anything, bro. Well, this not just me being a fan. This not just me being a fan, bro. Like we had real championship aspirations. We were good enough. We got the MVP on our team. We good enough to win the whole thing.
Y'all up 3-2.
And we up 3-2. That's you know what I'm saying? We went outside, man. So I'm for real, man. I'm not about to I'm a diehard sports fan and all that, but I know facts and I'm objective. And I'm almost throwing the white towel in. Like I'm done with Embiid's health. Like every year he getting nicked. Every year he getting nicked, man.
Every single year.
Even if it's not his fault. It's not my fault. I can't believe in it. So at It is what it is, bro. You know what I mean? It's everybody in the chat be Sixers choke artists. I be 10 toes down. I'm like, man, Embiid could be the best in the league. Embiid this. And lo and behold, they prove it again. So,
all right, Condra's comment. Jane that's Dave with the 49ers. 49ers made it to Super Bowl. Jane was talking about a team who hasn't been to a conference final since Ella Iverson been there. All right, so
I want to say.
hey, look, it's more like a Cowboys fan.
I was about to say it. I was about to say it.
Like a Cowboys fan. Every year, the Cowboys got a team that can go all the way and get disappointed.
That's facts. That's facts. I can agree with that. That is facts.
I never get mad at Cowboys for killing the Cowboys because I feel them. But look, real quick though, J-Mo.
That's why I said you sound like me, bro. I know the feeling.
I do want to say this. Joe Mazzulla, I gotta give him props, man. Joe Mazzulla, I give him props. All right, J-Mo, I was gonna mention it. J-Mo mentioned it. He made a switch in Game 6 and he stuck with it in Game 7, and it worked to the team with Robert Williams. And James Harden wasn't aggressive enough to attack Robert Williams and challenge him because what they did, and then what the adjustment Doc Rivers didn't make when PJ Tucker was on the floor, they'll make sure Robert Williams on the floor with Al Horford, and they'll put Robert Williams on PJ Tucker. PJ Tucker had a bad series shooting wise, and they basically double Embiid every time he run a pick and roll with James Harden. And then instead of James Harden being aggressive, he'll kick it out every single time. Like it was passive on Game 7. All right, but also I like Mazzulla about this. He is the reason why Tatum had a good performance, I believe. All right, when Tatum was 1 for 15, like J-Mo said, we all know what he told Tatum. I love you. All right, starting Game 7, he told Tatum, I don't want you to try to prove yourself. Don't listen to outside people. Don't try to regain, start out good because you didn't start good last time. I want you to focus on doing the little things, playing defense, getting rebounds. And what Tatum had like 9 rebounds in the second quarter. So Tatum was playing, like one thing I respect about Tatum, when he's shooting poorly, he's still in the game. He plays hard still, and that's what you want your superstars to do. So Mazzulla did that, and because Jason Tatum was playing hard yesterday, Game 7 yesterday, and Jaylen Brown, we saw Jaylen Brown diving for loose balls and all that stuff. The role players stepped up. Now I know y'all listen to. It's a quote where MB goes around where he talks about how me and Hardy can do it by ourselves.
I got the clip.
All right, go ahead and play that clip.
Yeah, we on the foes. Throw it up.
You know, more than us. We all got to look at ourselves. I got to be better, and I will be better. That's what I'm focused on. All of us, we got to, come back and find ways to just keep improving and, help the team. You can't win alone. I can't win alone. Me and James, we just can't win alone. That's why basketball is played 5-on-5. So, we just need everybody to just, try to keep finding ways to get better, and, we'll be fine.
All right. So, look, before I say what I got to say, I don't think Embiid did not play hard. Embiid, I feel like he gave his all yesterday. He wanted to really win that game. But this is about to make all of y'all be like, what? Listen to this, y'all. Watch this. Embiid and Harden, all right? They can't win it all, right? This is Game 7. They had their worst game of the series, right? And they expect the role play to step up. They combined for the Game 7, 8 from 27 from the field, which is 29%. 1 for 9 from the three-point line, which is 11%. 9 turnovers, which is they had more turnovers than field goals made together. A total of 24 points. Do y'all know Steph Curry singly beat the Sacramento Kings? It wasn't a team. It was Steph Curry. Klay Thompson had a bad game. Wiggins had a bad game. They all had bad games. But this is a crazy thing I found out. Listen to this, y'all. Crazy. Embiid and Harden had 24 combined points. Tatum and Brown had a combined 75 points, right? 76 points. The Celtics others had a combined 36 points. The 76ers others had a combined of 64 points. So what are you talking about? Y'all can't win by yourself. They had almost double the points the Celtics others had, and they lost by almost 30. How? Because they didn't show up. I'm over here thinking like, man, the role players Celtics playing well because Tatum, Look at it, and I'm like, no, they didn't. The Sixers players play well. Like J-Mo said, Tobias shot 50% from the field at 19 points. Tobias Harris, the guy we said is out of place. And these dudes, Jaylen Brown outscored both of y'all combined. And it's game 7. I can't put this on Doc. I can put game 6 on Doc for not having them prepared. I can't put game 7 on Doc, y'all. I'm sorry. J-Mo, tell them what you told me Doc said on the sideline. Because when you told me he said that, I was like, it confirmed me not giving Doc the blame in game 7. Go ahead, J-Mo.
I saw a clip with Doc Rivers on the sideline, and they had him mic'd up, and they had a view where they were just showing him, and he was talking to the player. They only had him on the camera in the huddle. He was like, "I mean, what y'all want to do? I mean, we here. What y'all want to do? I can't go out there. Just tell me what y'all want to do." Like, that's what he said, and that was 100% facts that game. Like, we've been running these same plays all series. I don't want to hear nothing about my play calling. We've been running these all series. It's 3-3. Y'all got to make y'all shots now. So
Starley got to show up.
Yeah, like and B was getting good looks. Like there was a few plays where Al Horford played good defense, but I'm honestly on the side of Embiid just BSing more on the side of Al Horford playing good defense, to be honest with you. But he had some good looks. He was just missing. And yeah, man. Go. I don't know who next, but y'all can go ahead.
Go ahead.
Embiid sound like Dak. I'm gonna be better. I gotta get better. I'm gonna do right by you and JoJo. Oh, I know your pain, bro. I know your pain, bro. I sat there and heard him say that. I was like, man, this sound like Dak after we lost to the 49. It's your fault we lost, bro. You should have been better when the clock was running. What you mean? I'm gonna be better next year. I don't want to hear that right now. But I want to give a shout out to the Celtics, man. We talking about a franchise. When we talk about trusting the process, this was a franchise that trusted their process.
Dang.
5 Eastern Conference Finals visits in the last 7 years with 3 head coaches. One of them, we know why you're not in no more, but still 3 head coaches. Eastern Conference Finals. Tatum was there for 3. 3. Brown was there for 4 of them. So you got a foundation. So that process worked. Then after struggling, yeah, I'm talking about the faces.
I'm back. Go ahead.
Yeah. Nah, I gotta give them shout out too though, because they did their thing. Al Horford been along for the ride, because he remember them Hawks years. But I just gotta give a shout out to them. And everything J-Mo said about the 76ers was literally what I was gonna come on here and say and just be like, look, bro, you're the superstars. You have to do better. PJ Tucker gave you 11 points. You don't even want PJ to score for real, but he gave you 11.
That's true.
Like, what more? He should have been on the sideline saying, what more do you want from me? Like, I'm giving you everything. So,
but it felt like he scored 11 in a row.
So, yeah. Philly, you got to be better. Boston, man, talk about doing the process right, man. Dave.
PJ Tucker, you can always come back to Miami.
I knew he was going to say that.
You can always come back to Miami. But, man, I mean, J-Mo, what did you really expect from James Harden in the playoffs, in crunch time? When is he really showing up in the playoffs? When it mattered. In Houston, he didn't really do what he was supposed to do.
In Brooklyn.
Remember he broke the record for most turnovers in the game in Houston in the playoffs. And that's why they lost. So, I mean, I didn't expect much from him in the playoffs. That's one of the reasons why I couldn't go with Philly. It's because I knew James Harden was there, and when the ball is in his hands, just bad decisions are going to be made. Either bad decisions are going to be made, or he's going to take a bad shot. He slows the game down. He was probably better off coming off the bench, maybe, or putting the ball in Maxi's hand, like you said. At least when Maxi has the ball, he's going to push it. He's going to do whatever he can to get other people involved, or make a shot, or keep the game speed up. Like you said, every time James Harden got the ball, he waiting. He waiting to see if he can get an open shot or get an assist. And then Embiid, they say he had a stress fracture in his foot or in his knee. He's been injured, but he's played well throughout the series, so we can't really say it's the injury of why he played bad in Game 7. And like you said, like everyone said, how can you blame the others when the others outscored you? You're the star player. You're the MVP. So you got to make sure that you show up. James Harden, you're a former MVP. You're an all-star player, all-pro. You got to show up. PJ Tucker was 3-6 from 3. He shot the best from 3 out of anybody on the team. 11 points. And you know he going to hustle. Maxey had 15. Tobias had 19. I know there's a comment saying Tobias Harris over me, but hey, this wasn't Tobias Harris' fault in this game. It was James Harden and Embiid. And yeah, Joe, you're right. This wasn't really on Doc Rivers, but this is another time on Doc Rivers' record where he's up 3-2 and they lose the series.
He blew game 6 though.
And if it wasn't for game 6, they wouldn't have been in this position.
Facts.
You were down early, took the lead, then you gave it back. Just like I said when we had the show on Saturday, I said this team is dejected. The energy is gone. The momentum has shifted. The Celtics are going to win this game. I didn't expect the blowout loss, but I just knew that Celtics had it. It was 55-55 in the third quarter. From then, the Celtics just went on a run. Tatum was just balling out. He had one play where he I forgot who was on him. I think it was a Maxey or I forgot who was on it, but he took the ball, spent, layup. Good. Next thing you know,
that was Tobias. Cooked him, man. I was like, well, that's the moment. That was momentum swing because every shot was like boom, boom, boom. It was like there's no coming back. Next thing you know, they up 83 to 60. I'm like, well, this is over. Oh, let's go back to that play where he did the spin move on Tobias. Embiid is right there in the middle of the paint. Tobias cuts him off so he can spin out the paint. Lead him to Embiid.
True.
Oh my gosh. Go ahead, Dave. I'm sorry.
It's all good. I understand you gotta get it out. I feel your pain. But
you're gonna feel it next round. Like, go ahead.
That's cap. I don't believe that. That's
cap.
You know, you go ahead. You in Cancun, so
I know in Cancun. I can feel it breeze. I can feel it. I'm getting the palms, I get the great, all that stuff, bro.
It's nice down here, Dave.
Keep your seat warm for you.
Hey, it's nice in Miami right now too. I'm good. I'm in good weather. It's nice here too.
I would say James Harden on the jet to Cabo, but he going to Houston. He got hit the club.
Yeah. He got the club.
He's going to Houston. He going to Miami too. He going to Magic. I was like, go ahead.
But nah, man. I mean, I didn't expect much from the 76ers just simply because Doc Rivers was the head coach. He's known for being the head coach of a team that chokes leads. Embiid is almost always hurt. And James Harden just doesn't show up when you need him. So it's not – I mean, I don't know why anyone else expected. J-Mo, I know why you did because it's your team and you want to be – you say you were 10 toes down, and I respect that. But you got to look at it from that perspective. Like, they've been in these situations before, and they don't come out on top. So that was pretty much it for me. But PJ, I'm serious. You can always come back to Miami. Come on, we still need you
on the jet. Jimmy already called him.
This my thing though. How you come on here? How you come on a post-game interview as the best player who just won an MVP, and you talking about we?
Yeah.
You supposed to say me, bro. I remember we lost a friendly in high school, bro. We lost a friendly at home. I had like 26 points my senior year. Friendly was ranked. They was like third team in the state. The Gazette came and interviewed me and asked me about getting help from my teammates to help win the game. I said, Coach puts us in a position to win the game, and it's up to us to execute. And me as the leader, I don't care how many points I scored. If we don't if we don't execute on the plan, it's my fault. That's what I said in high school. You know what I'm saying? Scoring 26 points. And this man on national TV going to sit here and say, we got to be, bro, you shot 4 for 80.
Then you outscored him and James Harden. Come on.
Man, I should have called you.
I guess better competition. But like, yeah, man, how you come on the end? Come on, man. Come on, dog. This is what I'm talking about. when everybody be trying to compare this Mamba mentality. Who's the new Kobe Bryant? None of these dudes are. None of them. None of them.
Thank you, J-Mo. I've been saying that for a while. No one has that mentality. No, there's no Kobe.
Hey, I
There's
ain't
no
gonna lie.
Mamba mentality in
There's
the
one
league right
person
now.
that's showing signs of it, Dave. Jimmy Butler. I'm not gonna lie. Jimmy Butler, he's part of it. He's showing signs of it. I give you props for that.
He
He have his moments.
he has his moments, but
Like
until
Kobe,
But Kobe mentality
until
is different level though.
he like the
until
Kobe
he
elite.
has this,
He
I'm
ain't
not
Mamba.
saying nothing. Until he has this, I ain't saying nothing.
But J-Mo, I know, it's been a rough day for you in the sports world. Let's give us your last words. Floor is yours.
Last words is shout out to my guy Embiid for getting the MVP. As bad as he played in Game 7, amazing regular season. They said he had the biggest drop off in points per game between regular season and playoffs. I know it looks bad as a stat, and I know it looks bad because he played terrible in Game 7, but that stat doesn't tell the whole story.
It's because of the first series.
Yeah, that stat doesn't tell the whole story. He got triple team every play
Yeah.
in the first series, and then he didn't come back. I'm not making excuses, but he did have a tear in his knee. He had to get the groove back first couple games. So the stat doesn't tell the whole story, but the Game 7 doesn't give it justice. There's an argument for it because he played bad in Game 7. What are you talking about? Did I disrespect Boston?
Yeah, you said friendly Saint gets better conversation.
Oh yeah, my bad.
I'm just not gonna catch that.
Man,
But
you can disrespect Boston all you want. I give kudos to that. You disrespect every chance you get.
So
But you better do it now, Dave, where you can.
let me say this though. Let me also say this, Dave. Good luck, man. But let me just tell you, you got lucky. Y'all could get Boston, but I don't think y'all wouldn't have got us. We a different matchup. That's all I'm gonna say. You ain't gotta elaborate. That's all I'm gonna just leave it there. We'd have been a different matchup, but y'all can get Boston though. Y'all can get Boston. So salute, do y'all thing. You feel me?
We'll talk about this outside of the show.
Yeah, we will. We will. So yeah, man. Shout out to Embiid. You know what I'm saying? Getting the MVP. I'm pretty sure he's not going anywhere. But take a good look at these two, because I'm pretty sure this is the last time you'll see him in some Philly gear.
Yeah, done, son.
No matter who fault it is, they gone. So, yeah, those my last words. And the only thing I can still live on that makes sense is MVP.
Let's get it. All right, J-Mo, appreciate you for coming on while being under the weather. So we'll see you another time.
Peace.
Okay.
Get well soon, my guy.
All right. Hey, when you get to Cancun, you'll feel better. I'm gonna make sure my man. He might go to Cabo with Tomo. I don't know, but I'm actually in Jamaica. I'm not.
He went to a whole nother side of the world.
I went to Jamaica.
He just stayed on the East
Jamaica
Coast.
instead. All right. I went to Jamaica instead. All right, so let's go to
Shaba.
All right, I'm gonna go somewhere else. All right, so we said Shaba. Shaba. All right, go. All right. Let's talk about our next game. Well,
yeah, Jerry, tell him.
Conference finals. All right. We got the Lakers and the Nuggets. Matter of fact, the whole conference final is a rematch of the bubble rematch, like David said in the chat. All right. Nuggets or I'm gonna start this one off, right? Yeah, I go first in this one. Nuggets or Lakers? Who do you have winning? Nuggets or Lakers? So
I know you said you wanted to go, but can I go first?
Oh, go ahead, do your thing. You going first next time too. Well, go ahead.
So as I said on the last show, I've been picking the Lakers throughout every series. But it ends here.
Oh, okay.
The Nuggets are going to win this series.
Bruh.
Now, they are heavy favorites. So as Joe said earlier, it doesn't look good when I pick the favorites. But I don't think AD is going to be able to stop Jokic. I just don't think so. He's a great defensive player. Don't get me wrong. But I think Jokic is going to have his way. I think Jokic Jokic said it earlier this year. He said it earlier in the playoffs when they was talking about how did he feel about Embiid getting the MVP trophy. He said, I don't care about that. He said Embiid can have it. He deserves it. I want to win playoff games. I want to win the championship. He's in position to be able to do that now. He's back in the back in the conference finals with a healthy team. You know, Jamal Murray is back playing like Jamal Murray. He got Aaron Gordon has been stepping up. He got KCP helping out. I just think this team is positioned to be able to make it. And Jokic is just different, man. So I think I really believe that the Nuggets are going to win this in 6.
In 6. All right. So I got them winning in 6 too. I was hoping you're picking the Lakers. Yeah, the Nuggets. Nuggets winning in 6. And this is why. All right. Now, first of all, I like about the Lakers team this year, right? This LeBron Lakers team, I should say. Not Lakers team, a LeBron ran team. LeBron is not as ball dominant as he used to be in the past. He's playing a lot more off the ball. He averaged 5 assists a game. D'Lo also averaged 5 assists a game. Austin Reeves averaged 4 a game. So he's not really dominating the ball like he done in the past. They got 5 players averaging double figures and nobody averaging 25 a game. So that's a balanced team right there. They defend without fouling. They only have 16 fouls a game, which is pretty good. I think that's number 1 in the whole playoffs. All right. Darvin Ham is using Anthony Davis the right way, which is he's exhausting him defensively more than offensively. You can tell he's more holding him accountable on the defensive side, which is more valuable to the Lakers right now. And you saw what it got to him so far. Got them so far. But I got the Nuggets in 6. AD had an advantage the first 2 series, not this one. All right. The main reason why they won those first 2 series because lack of size. Right. Memphis, all their bigs were hurt basically. They only had Tillman, shout out to Michigan State, shout out to Carl. And they had Jaren Jackson, but I mean, does he play big offensively at all? No, right? He's more of a finesse big. He's down at the 3-point line a lot. And then Jokic is a big for real, y'all. Me and Dave was on the show. I said Jokic is the biggest player on the floor, the smartest player on the floor. He can score and he can pass. So it's hard to contain Jokic. So that's one thing right there. So he's gonna be tested this series. Who do they have to guard Jamal Murray? Vanderbilt. If Vanderbilt is on the floor, he's a liability on the offensive side of the ball for the Lakers. That's actually advantages Nuggets right there. You got Bruce Brown and KCP, 2 really good wing defenders. That's going to be key because one thing about the Warriors, they didn't really have an answer for one of the guards. It was always a guard. Every win the Lakers had, a guard played well. First, it was D'Angelo Russell, and then it was Austin Reeves. It was D'Angelo Russell, and then it was Lonnie Walker in the 4th quarter, and then Game 7, Austin Reeves played very well. Not Game 7, Game 6. So they got Bruce Brown and KCP, 2 really good defenders. And I forgot his name off the bench. The light-skinned guy. He not really light-skinned. We know what I mean. He's not black, but I forgot his name. Porter. He's a really good defender too. He's a guard. I can't think of his name right now. He's a guard. All right, so that's that. So because of that, I'm gonna take the Nuggets in 6 to win this.
Well, that's good, man, because there's a song that's been floating around in the NBA chat, and if you're not a part of the NBA chat, remember at Refuse to Lose Sports on Instagram because the beat goes on. I'm riding with my man Bibby and Tay on this one, bro. And the beat goes on. Taking the Lakers in 6. Everything y'all said about AD going up against Joker is one of the reasons why I was like the Nuggets could probably take this because AD, you've been getting lucky. You've been going up against Draymond's and Dylan Brooks's and them, the babies. Now you have to go up against a real center who's going to pull you from outside the paint where you don't want to be, so that may help on the defensive side. But AD has also been dominant on the defensive side because he's been shot swatting and everything like that. But the beat goes on. I'm going with LeBron. He's going to wake up because he's like, look, man, I've been here before. I got over 1 hurdle. They said I couldn't beat them kids in Memphis. They said I couldn't beat that dynasty. So now it's time to show y'all that the bubble was not a fluke, and I'm here. So, okay. Lakers in 6.
Okay, let's get it. All right, so let's go. I was surprised. Let's go to the next game.
I was
shocked. Game. Yeah, I was flabbergasted. I wasn't common. So look, now that's last game. We got to talk about 4 Heat Clover. I like that. Celtics versus Miami rematch. Third time in the last 4 years. This is turning into a real rivalry now. This is a rivalry now. We can
Yes.
finally call this a rivalry. And who's gonna win? Dave, this is your floor. Celtics or Miami Heat? Who's going to the NBA Finals?
Celtics in 4.
A sweep.
Dang.
We could put money on that.
No. I was trying to act like you.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but so we could bet on that because that's not happening. We not getting
Turn
swept.
me
That's not
up, up.
So before I go, there's a clip that I want to play. It's a sound.
And we're gonna get it done. We will have enough, and we're gonna be right back in the same situation, and we're gonna get it done.
That was Jimmy Butler last year after we lost Game 7 at home to the Celtics.
Okay.
Jimmy Butler is on a mission, like I said. We want Boston. We got the matchup that we wanted. We said that he said himself that we're going to be in this position next season. And we're going to have enough and we're going to make it happen. I know what I've said before the Milwaukee season that we didn't have enough. That we didn't have enough size. We just didn't have it. We had a terrible, inconsistent regular season. We almost didn't make the playoffs because we lost to the Hawks in the first play-in game, and then we won miraculously against the Chicago Bulls in the last one. Then we played the Bucks, beat them in 5, then beat the Knicks in 6. I understand the matchup issues that we have because they have Jason Tatum, they have Jaylen Brown, they have a lot of players around there. But we had matchup problems in the other 2 series as well. We were outmatched. We just played better. Those 2 teams had the better team. Overall, they had the better team. We just out-hustled. We outplayed. We did whatever we needed to do to win. Jimmy went crazy in the first series, and he didn't go crazy in the series, but we still won. Jimmy Butler is going to do whatever it takes to make sure that we win this and go to the NBA Finals again. And like you said about the Lakers, Tomo, and show that the bubble was not a fluke. For one, Jimmy knows. For one, I got to say this about the bubble for one. For people saying that the bubble was a fluke, after that, it was a shortened offseason. Mm-hmm. So, of course, Miami and the Lakers were not good after that. The Lakers didn't even make the playoffs that year. And Jimmy we got swept. We got swept in the first round.
You're crazy.
I'm ignoring that. Jerry don't know what the Eastern Conference Finals feels like. So
Hey, okay. Get back to your soliloquy, sir.
I'm picking Miami in 7. I said this before. I said I don't care who we play. No matter who we play, I'm picking us in 7. Jimmy Butler is on a mission. He's leading his team. He's letting them know, look, as long as I'm here, we have a chance. He said this in the regular season that we're going to win the championship this year. I'm not going against my team again. I've watched all 3 titles I've watched. I've witnessed all 3 championships. This right here is my favorite playoff run out of all 3. Mm. Because for one, we were out counted for every single series. They said we were supposed to lose against the Bucks. Beat them in 5. I understand that Giannis got hurt, but he still played and he played great and we still won. They said that Randall had a great season. He got Jalen Brunson. They got a good team, good shooting, good defense. We shouldn't win that. Beat them in 6. They said the Celtics have a 97% chance to win this series. We only got 3. I'm picking us to win the 7.
Tomo?
Man, y'all anybody on the show got female best friends? We got sisters. We got, again, happy belated Mother's Day. I wasn't on the show. Happy belated Mother's Day. But you know how they all come to you after they got this boy they like, and they be like, man, my heart's telling me to go with him, but my brain is telling me not to. My heart's telling me to go with Miami because everything you said, Dave, literally every time I counted them out and said they can't score, they can't do this. Spo said, I don't know what he's talking about, and they go out and win. But my brain is saying go with Boston. So if it's another failed relationship, then it is what it is. I'm picking Boston to win this in 7.
Mm-hmm. Miami was the favorite against the Knicks, and they won the favorite against the Bucks. But you didn't pick them either, so you know
I didn't.
when you say they, say we.
I said it before. I didn't pick
All
us to
right.
win. I switched my pick after I saw how we played in game 3.
Understand?
Hey,
Say,
I got
say
it.
we.
Hey, I'm saying they because we were always out counted, and I switched. I believed in my team after that. Even after that, everyone thought I was crazy. I was like, nah, we gonna win it. I like how we played defense against Giannis, so we win this in
All
7.
right. So look, David, I know you a black man. You're big on, you black folk. You big on that. I'm in Jamaica, man. Got
Yeah,
you a
man.
chair right here. I know you only eat, you a vegan.
No pork on your
Guess
fork.
what? They got jerk chicken. That's not really chicken. All right. I got some for you right here. The water is good, man. You can see the fish. Hey, Miami got that green water. This is blue. All right, it's blue. They got the fish in there. Got a whole jump. Look, you good, David. Listen, it stops here, David. All right, you had a good run. Giannis got hurt. Took advantage. Jimmy Butler went crazy on the mismatch at Budenholzer. He got fired. All right, y'all played New York, who I don't think nobody thought if you weren't a Knicks fan or a Miami hater, you ain't picked New York Knicks. All right, because I had y'all winning the 7, cause I thought it would be a hard gritty game, but I had y'all winning. People that didn't like Jimmy Butler, like Miami, picked the Knicks for some odd reason. Now, I got the Celtics winning. Now, minus Tyler Hero plus Michael Brogdon. Tatum, Jaylen Brown got better. You could say Butler took it to another level, but that's it. All right. Eric Spoelstra, great coach. Love what he does. I think the 76ers series definitely prepared Missoula for y'all because he had to make adjustments to beat that team. Right? So all I got to say is this. Jimmy Butler, Karan Butler, Rasheed Butler, Jeffrey Butler, Celtics in 6.
Hey, Jeffrey.
I'm willing to put a wager on anybody right now. Anybody. I don't care who it is.
How about this, Dave?
Series don't start till Wednesday.
No wager. If y'all beat the Celtics, I'll buy you Jimmy Butler jersey. No wager.
I'll take
You
that.
ain't gotta give me nothing.
I'll take that.
If y'all beat the Celtics, stay on the
I'll
show.
take that.
If y'all beat the Celtics, I would get him a Jimmy Butler jersey.
I'll take that.
You better take it. It's a free jersey.
I'll take that. But Teddy, you and Mike, I wanted to put a wager to either one of you two on this series. Remember, Teddy, you were scared to face us. And one until Mike got in there where you actually got some cojones on your team.
Stop it, Dave.
So come on, put a wager on it, Teddy. Don't run now. Put a wager on. I know you in the comments. Put a wager on this series.
Hey,
I'm telling you right now, we win this in 7.
Hey, the way Jimmy looking at you, that's how Tay look at you right now.
Oh no, here you go, Dave. I'm gonna give you a glimpse. It's a preview. It's how we living out here.
The sand. Ooh, look at sand's white sand over there too. Woo.
Look, that's exactly how we look at South Beach. I'm not worried. I'm living like that right now. I'm good. I'm good. Y'all enjoy that. You know, y'all not used to this right now. Y'all not used to being in the conference finals. It's good. It's all good. I'm used to this. So I'm used to this and I'm true to this. We're going to the finals. I'm telling you that right now. We're going to the finals and we're going to beat the Nuggets. I'm telling you that right now.
Oh, okay, Dave. Okay. All right.
You sound like some spicy nuggets over there, man.
All right, let's wrap this up. If you're on YouTube, like the YouTube video. Share the YouTube video with somebody so they can go back and watch it. Also, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Right now, we're sitting over 663 subscribers, I believe. It's growing like crazy. Facebook, right now. If you're on Facebook watching, or if you're on Facebook, period, go on Facebook, like this live video. Also, share on your page to your feed. And follow the Facebook page. Those are growing too, Tomo. I think last 7 days we got like 8 to 10 new followers. That's pretty dope for Facebook. All right. So do that. If you're on Twitter, if you have a Twitter account, go on Twitter, like the tweet of this live video, retweet it with a quote, and follow the Twitter account. We're gonna start posting stuff on Twitter a lot more. So sorry we haven't done it lately, but we're gonna do that. And follow us on TikTok also. Tom, we're gonna talk about that also, right? But look, those comments, man, we love them, man. We love the comments. Hey, I appreciate it. We all appreciate it. Y'all fuel the whole show. Y'all have those comments rolling from the start of the show. While we doing the intro, y'all got the comments rolling to all the way to the outro when the outro video is going. So we appreciate y'all for that. Dave, talk about those IG chats we have going on.
Man, these IG chats have been lit, man. You want to get in on these chats. We give you the information. I know for me, I've been putting the news out there. Like once 4 o'clock hit, just know you're getting all alerts, and then more likely it's gonna be from me. So we putting all the information out there, all the latest news. The NFL was talking about changing some rules around about being able to buy a team because of how Josh Harris bought the Commanders. We'll have more information on that as soon as it comes out. But all this news is what we put out there as soon as we get it. So it's before ESPN, before Bleacher Report. We put that out there as soon as possible. So we got the NBA chat mixing with WNBA. We've been putting WNBA news in there because WNBA season has just started. NFL season, the off season just started. Preseason is gonna happen pretty soon, so you can hear more information about that. Major League Baseball, my Red Sox have lost 3 straight. 4 straight. Sorry, lost 4 straight. And then we're playing against the Seattle Mariners right now. So Red Sox, come on, let's win this game, man. College football, the Georgia just got the #1 recruit in the country at quarterback. So it's like they might just go ahead and win back-to-back championships. So got to hear from my brother for almost a whole nother season. In college basketball, yeah, whatever. College basketball with men's and women's is there. Then we got boxing. We got Lomachenko and Haney this Saturday, so make sure you tune into that. So watch out for that. But in all these chats, you can let us know which one you want to be in. We'll add you in the chat. We also have a VIP chat called Refuse to Lose. In order to get in that chat, you got to be on the show and in the comment section and involved in other chats. Other than that, you can't get in that chat. So that's it for me.
Let's get it. And also, shout out to Teddy, BWT. BWT have 2 episodes already dropped with the segments in between the episodes, right? So definitely go ahead and check that out on YouTube and Facebook. Another episode will be dropped either tonight or tomorrow. Stay tuned for that. Once again, shout out to Teddy for bringing the baseball fans to Refuse to Lose Sports. All right. All right. Last word. So look, my last word is this. I want to bring this up on the John Morant topic, but I forgot to say this. Now, you look at Memphis and you look at the Sacramento Kings. 2 young teams, right? With 2 young star players with De'Aaron Fox and John Morant, who were compared years ago. That says a guy said De'Aaron Fox was John Morant is what De'Aaron Fox wants to be. Something like that, right? Try to go on De'Aaron Fox. They are going 2 different paths. You saw how they played LeBron's Lakers and the Kings played the Steph Curry Warriors. We saw how I was on here. I was acting like a Grizzlies person, right? Like just talking trash while the Kings were in every press conference respecting their opponent while the Grizzlies did not respect their opponent. And you see John Morant is going down the immature lane while De'Aaron Fox is going down the mature lane. De'Aaron Fox is a married man. He just had a son, right? Brought his trainer on his honeymoon tour. Left his honeymoon early to be with the team, the bond with the team. You can tell he's talking to Mike Brown all the time. The way he talks, he learned from the experience, all that stuff. Not showboy, none of that stuff. So I just want to give a shout out to my man De'Aaron Fox. All right, not trying to bash John Morant, but it just shows you a young player in the NBA could turn the wrong way. And De'Aaron Fox, after all them years of losing, he's turning the right way as far as mindset. So shout out to my man De'Aaron Fox.
All right, for my last words, let me get this out the way because y'all been in the comments asking me this entire time since the show started between the battle between the AFC North and the NFC East. It was a very close battle, so this is no disrespect to anybody because it was close, but I'm sticking with the NFC East. I think the defense is the disadvantage to me. The offense can kind of sort of be a wash because the offensive line is not good in the AFC North compared to the NFC. So that's the only reason why you got the better quarterbacks, but the offensive line can injure your quarterbacks. Both of your quarterbacks have been known for that. So Unfortunately, I'm going with the NFC East.
Yeah,
I do not like the NFC East at all. I don't like the NFC East, so I don't like the fact that I had to choose this. I would rather choose the AFC North, but I'm going with what I see. I'm going with the NFC East. Now for other news.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
For other news, I got to talk about. I told the guys this. I wanted to mention the Bills, the former Bills partner Matt Ariza. I think it's a little ridiculous that someone who was not involved in anything, who wasn't even there when it happened, lost his job and could have possibly lost the rest of his life and been jailed for something that he didn't do. This happens all too often to not just NFL players, but to normal people. People like us, it happens way too many times. There has to be a law change where when someone is wrongfully committed for something or wrongly accused of something, that the person that accused them gets some jail time. Whoever that young lady is, and for one, your friends even ratted you out, said that you had a good time whenever that happened. So clearly no one sexually assaulted you because your friends are telling you that you came to them and told them that you were having a good time. I'm just going off of what your friend said. You deserve jail time. I am sorry. For anyone, any male, female, transgender, no matter who you are, you deserve, if you do something to somebody and you accuse somebody of doing something that they didn't do, then you deserve that. That goes for everybody. No one is excused for that. No one is excused from that. And this is happening way too often. That man deserves a job. It's a kid that just came out of college who had the opportunity of a lifetime. And it was taken away from him. Now he's trying out for other teams to see if he can get back on the field. But this is going to stick with him the rest of his life, even though he was innocent. This is with him the rest of his life. So things need to change. Laws need to change.
Tomo?
Man, I should have went before Dave. I didn't know he was gonna lie. I can't. Now I got to lighten the load, man. Pause. I agree with you though. You're right though. That's definitely true. You get accused of something, you definitely want to be like, hey man. So she just walk away? I mean, they just walk. I ain't gonna say they just walk away free. Like that's what they do. Because that's kind of what happened when we talk about this NFC AFC North thing. Like people want to submit 2 rosters and still lose. Yeah, man. Oh man. But yeah, man. Good thing. One thing I will say is shout out to The Rock and his co-owners with the XFL, because speaking of that situation with the punter, he can go over to the XFL now. There is another league that is in conjunction with the NFL where he can probably get his life back on track, because that's really what the XFL is for. Even though the Defenders let me down, they lost in the championship, but there is a second opportunity out there. It sucks that you have to go that route when it wasn't your fault, but there are other opportunities. Maybe some AFC North people can go over there and get some players too. Maybe they can finally beat the NFC East in a one-on-one battle. I don't know. Hey, NFC East brethren, we can go back to fighting each other.
Yeah, you can go back. I mean, I sent the roster to my brother as well, and he also said the NFC East wins. So that's 2 for the NFC East. And I say this every single time. There's no bias. I do not like the NFC East. There are 2 teams in the NFC East I can't stand. 2. Well, kind of sort of 3, because the Giants is the reason why we didn't. Kind of sort of 3, because the Giants is the reason why we didn't make it to the Super Bowl again. But I'm glad I got this over with.
All right. Awesome. Thank you for your efforts, Dave. Thank you, Tay, for putting that roster together for them.
Thank you, Texas fans. All right, y'all. That's all we have for y'all today, and we'll see y'all next episode.
Peace.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all next episode.